Okay, everyone, welcome to our Taking Action Rainmakers Saturday morning call. I'm Pastor Novo, and I've got a special guest with me today. I'm super excited. Before I introduce her, I am going to I hope you guys notice that we have a little blackout incentive going. I hope you guys all participate. Those are all activities that are going to drive your business and, get you further than you are today. We just want to really finish February strong, going into spring. It's so important to just get some momentum and keep it going. So that's what that's all about. I'm excited, and I hope all of you guys are registered for Zing Fest, or Zing Fling, I should say. Sorry, I'm holding my computer, so I'm just a little bit, I need an extra set of hands. So anyway, I'm going to introduce Mandee. Mandee Uncapher, she is from Texas, and she's a new executive with Zingular, and I reached out to her and I asked her if she would please share with us and be our guest today. So I had a great conversation with her. And so Mandee, would you start by telling everybody like your, quick results story, and then get into when you got started in the business, if that was right away, or did your upline work with you and convince you to join her? Oops, did we lose her? Oh no. That is so weird, you guys. Hang tough. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she's on her phone and got a call. Anyway, fabulous. So while we're waiting for her to come back on, looks like she's trying. Okay, let me find there we are. I don't know what happened.
So sorry.
That's okay.
I got a messenger call and I couldn't hear you. So I quickly turned my phone on Do Not Disturb, left, and came back.
Oh, God, good to know that can kick us off. Okay, well, thanks for coming back. So yeah, just go ahead and kind of tell us your story, how you got started. Tell us about your results story, and then how did you go from there to building the business?
Sure. So my name is Mandee Uncapher, and I found Zingular like most people do for weight loss. I was looking to lose about 20 to 30 pounds after I got married in 2017. I had tried a lot of things on my own, mostly scrolling Pinterest and pinning more than actually doing things. And I wasn't seeing any progress. I knew that I needed a system. I had done some things in the past with systems that worked, but I wasn't really wanting to venture out back to those things because I hadn't really maintained my weight loss long term that way. So I was looking for something that would work and would help me maintain long term. And I had seen my friend Corey, who had really good results. I had noticed that she was posting about it, but I never really consciously thought much about it because up until this point, I wasn't ready personally to make a change. But I was scrolling around on Facebook one night and I see her family portrait and she looked amazing. I'd known Corey for about 10 years and I'd seen her yo-yo on a lot of things. And remembering that she had lost the weight, I see this picture that's current and I'm like, wow, like she found something that lasts. So I reached out. Of course, she told me about Zingular. And after about a week of going back and forth and asking a lot of questions, I decided to start. My first 8 days, I lost 7 pounds and 12 and a half inches. I went on to lose 20 pounds in 6 weeks and then eventually dropping down to a size 4 from a size 10. And I've been able to maintain that now for over 2 years. So it's been awesome as far as the way I feel. I was really surprised to have my energy and mental clarity back the first week. That had never happened on a diet before. So I knew I had something different that was special. And really it was about week 2 that people started asking me, what's different about you? Did you get a haircut? Like they could see something had changed in me, but they weren't sure how to pinpoint what that was. And I don't even know that it was weight loss. I think it was the way I was carrying myself. I think I had more confidence and I was smiling because I felt better. And so I called Corey and I said, can I give your cell phone number to my friends? And she was like, why would you do that? Like, you can make some extra money and get your products for free. And I was like, I don't have time for that. Like, I'm not a salesperson. I gave her all these excuses that we get, right? And she was like, Mandee, it's really simple. I'm basically going to do the heavy lifting for you at first. All you have to do is connect to me. And I was like, fine. How much is it going to cost? $35. Well, how much do I make if somebody signs up? $80 with an ultimate. And I went, oh, well, if I'm going to double my money, I might as well try, So I did. And I was really surprised. I had 10 people join me in my first full month. So that was June when I got started. I didn't really upgrade for a few weeks, so July was my first full month. And that year, Zingular also offered a really great incentive where if you sold 5 ultimates, you got an ultimate for free. So I made about $840 in commission because I sold every ultimate with Zipsticks. And I got 2 free ultimates that month. So it was really exciting. I really felt like I was having a lot of fun. And I think that is something that distributors and coaches, we need to remember, especially when we have new people, is to make it fun. Because if it's like a game, they're going to want to play for a little while, at least until it gets hard. And then you can approach that, right? But she kept it fun for me. And really, I felt like God blessed this opportunity, because if I hadn't had a lot of success early, I think I probably would have given up on myself. But I kept going. And I was averaging about $700 a month for my first 6 months, which was great because I had a full-time job I was successful at, but it was like I could go shoe shopping if I wanted to. I had hair and makeup money if I wanted it. I didn't have to explain that to my husband. It was great. And then I went to my first event in April of 2018. It was Zinkfling Orlando. And that's when I really caught the vision of what this company can do. I mean, I had a great team. I'm under Corey Allen and Holly Parrish and Nicole Ketting and Jennifer McKinney. I mean, it's a fabulous line, and they all, were super supportive. But when I went to the event, I realized that was an exponential support system. And the culture of this company is so loving and so inclusive. And it just really blew me away. I got emotional. In fact, I went up to my room crying and called Corey and I said, okay, you're going to have to come help me. I fixed my hair because I can't stop crying. And she was like, why are you crying? And I said, because I can do this. And I saw myself on stage speaking earlier. Like, I know I can do this. And she was like, okay, calm down. And it didn't happen overnight, but I was on fire when I came home. I ended up hitting Silver Director in June. So I went from a gold manager at Zinkfling to a silver director a couple months later in June. And, just really had a team that started to come on with me. It was exciting. We had some ups and downs that fall after a really exciting sale where a lot of people discontinued their subscription. But we climbed back up. By January of last year, I was back at the director level after my points had really fallen down. So if that happens to you, reach out to your coach. My coaches were so good about pouring back into me, not letting me get super discouraged. I knew I could do this, but when my points fell down so far, I fell back to silver manager status after being at silver director. When that happened, my coaches were great about pouring into me and reminding me, like, you're capable, tell us what you need, where can we help? And we've climbed back up. And so back to that growth, I ended up back at silver director by June of the following year. So I hung out around 20,000 in volume for a while. But we started really growing this summer. We had a new person join our team and then a new leader advance on our team at the same time. It lifted me to gold director, and then we hit executive in January. So it's been an exciting 6 months.
Oh, awesome. And congratulations for that.
Thank you.
That's so awesome. So when you were talking about Zinkfling, that really set your vision. And
yes,
how important is it to you that your team goes to these events?
It's paramount, and we will have a very large team in Vegas because they hear from us all the time, right? My team hears from me constantly. They've heard me say it. It's different when they hear it from somebody else, and it's different when they identify with someone. For example, I told you I have phenomenal leaders in my line. But the people that I saw the vision from in Orlando was Calla Stadell and Jana Dyer. And I don't hear from Calla and Jana on a regular basis. They've been on a couple of trainings that I had seen. But when I saw them speak, specifically with Jana talking about, working full time as a dental hygienist, being, a rodeo mom and a basketball mom, and building her business to the level that she did in the nooks and crannies of her day, and her giving specifics about how she did it. That's what I started doing when I came home. I went, oh, well, I've got 15 minutes here. I've got 20 minutes there. I can do a call at this time. Back then we did all calls. Now we do chats. But I really started to understand I didn't have to have like a 4-hour block of time to work my business. I could manage it, But if I hadn't gone to Orlando, I don't know that it would have hit me the same way as it did coming from Jana if, you know, Corey or Holly or somebody else had said it, because they were saying a lot of things to me too that were great. But I think it's just different when you go to an event. And two, the energy in the room is so uplifting. I mean, it's powerful to be amongst 1,000 or so other people that love what you love as much. So yeah, it's very important. I think we probably have about 20 going to the event in Vegas. And then I've been really encouraging on the regionals too, because I feel like the regional events really give you good time to take good notes. You're usually at a table, you can write things down. Wow. It's a smaller, more intimate setting. You can ask more questions and actually have access to the leader that's there a little bit more. At events, it's harder. So yeah, events are huge. It's very important to me that our teams attend events.
And, you know, it just takes one word or one perspective change or meeting somebody that didn't even speak that you just got to connect with. And I think that's so important. I'm sure that helped you when your numbers were kind of down too, attending events. What else did you do to like get yourself pulled up by the bootstraps when that was going on? Because I know that was really hard, you know. People get frustrated and disappointed, and then you've just got to be careful that you don't throw in the towel or give up, you know.
Yeah, so going back to events, that first event, another speaker that that stuck with me was Melissa Adams. And she had she had a very similar story to what happened to me, actually. Before it happened, it was almost like a premonition. Melissa had climbed up to Silver Director. Some people had left her business and she fell down. And so she talked about that in her executive speech. And so hearing that, I remembered it. I went back on YouTube and watched it again whenever I fell down, and reminded myself that Melissa got herself to executive, that it was possible. Like, if she could do it, I could do it. And that helped. But also, I realized at the time, I had about 4, 5, or 6 newbies that were working towards manager. Well, the reason my points all fell was they all left me at the same time. All of them but one, really. And they just got discouraged. And my leadership showed, because I wasn't prepared to lead them the way they needed to be led after that event when their subscriptions fell. I didn't have the strength then to show them the way. So the one person that stayed with me, I really dug into her. And I said, okay, how can I help you? Where do you want to go? What is your vision with this company? And so we talked about her goals, and we basically just locked arms and did it together. And she's the top leader on my team now. She's stuck it out, and she's had a lot of challenges, but awesome. We've started building her managers because I didn't have managers to build. So I was personally enrolling and bringing in new people. She was too, but I was showing her how to help people get to manager and spending one-on-one time with them. Thankfully, at the time, those girls all lived in my area, and so they were coming over to my house, and we were bonding too, because I think that relationships are the root of this business. So whenever you do have an opportunity to be face-to-face and share a meal or share drumsticks with your team, it's helpful, because those friendships help bind you through those hard times. You're less likely to give up on your friends than you are on yourself, I think, sometimes.
Awesome. That's awesome. So speaking of building managers, how do you guys, what is your process? What's that look like?
That's a great question. So we're still kind of refining that, but we really rely heavily on our testimony group for prospect acquisition. So we teach them that right away. And we also teach them to reach out to friends and family that they think might want to hop on board right away. So we might have them send a sizzle video, or we might just have them send a text that says, hey, I'm doing something new, and I'd really love to share it with you. Would it be okay if I connected you to my coach in a group chat? It's cool if you don't want to do it, but I'd really like to connect you and just share this with you. So we'll have them start a group chat on Messenger, and if it's somebody that's direct to me, I hop in and I kind of lead that process for them. We really like to utilize the quick start, especially right now, right? Because it's doubled. That quick start bonus as an incentive to, hey, just grab 4 friends. You'll get $100, or right now $200. If they sign up, it'll pay for your products for the next month. Let's give it a try. Who do you know that you think would, maybe want to lose a few pounds or feel a little bit better? Connect me with them. I'd love to share what we have. And then, we kind of break it down into boxes. Our team has traditionally been, we really focus on the ultimate. And so we focus on how many ultimates it takes to get to manager, and it's 5. If they do sell ignites or if they sell cores or trios, we break it down a little bit more for them in that way. But giving them that simple number of 5 ultimates to get to manager really helps sometimes. And most of my customers have come in on either an ignite or an ultimate. And so as they've, had good results on the jumpstart, they see the value in that and they feel comfortable sharing that value too.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Let me see. What was I going to ask you? Something else.
Oh, one thing that we do that I think helps too, and Jennifer McKinney started this with us, I want to say back in the summer, we do a quick start banner, which I think is really helpful for recognition. So you know how we have the first check banner and we have, when somebody reaches manager, we do that. When somebody gets their first check banner, we send that, but we also start like a countdown banner where we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 listed, and we like put a stamp on the 1, and we show them how close they are to quick start. So as they get a new person that comes on board, we add those little stamps to it. And, then when they hit manager, of course, we celebrate with that. But, yeah, I think that really helps too, because they can track their progress.
Yes, I love those. We do that too, and I love them. Whoever made them, God bless them for putting them together. Because that's not my forte, but I can grab one and post it. And I did that at the end of the month too. Hey, cheer so and so on. She's just this far away from hit manager or whatever too.
Yes,
do a countdown banner. So it does spur people on. So so do you guys you used to do ultimates with zip sticks? Do you do something else with ultimates now that is extra?
Yeah, I've been doing resist up until they sold out.
Oh my gosh, I know.
So yes, and it's great. We try to upsell whichever kit that we sell, right? So we kind of have some standard text replacements that we utilize for that. Just kind of a standard process. With the ultimate, we like to invite them to add resist. With the ignite, we like to add invite them to add trim sticks to it, and most of them do when we make that suggestion.
Yeah.
And then with the core, we tell them like, hey, the 2 big things you're missing out of this are XR2 and trim sticks. And so sometimes we utilize that to move them up to the ignite. But, we just try to kind of work them through that process as far as letting them know the value in the different products, because our flip book is awesome, but it's pretty concise. And so it doesn't always go into all of the value that is offered in the products that they're missing out on, if that makes sense.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Shoot, and I thought of something else when you were talking a second ago. Sorry, I'm not at home, so I'm kind of like I'm out of sorts this morning. Gosh, I'm talking about the ultimates, the fast.
Was it calls and chats?
Yes, thank you. So do you do the chat method? I mean, do you use somebody's chat verbiage? Do you use Maddie or the twins, or what do you do?
Yeah. So I started out trying to use the twins, and I didn't give myself enough time to build confidence like 2 years ago when they first kind of introduced it. I was really reliant on calls, and my background, I was a radio professional. I was an on-air personality for 17 years. So I'm very comfortable utilizing my voice. So transitioning from being able to share excitement or share, emotion and empathy with my voice is something I'm very familiar with. So it was hard for me to transition to chats initially. But when Madison did her live in room at the top with her mom, I guess it was about 6 or so months ago, she had changed up the language just a little bit, and I felt it had a little bit more expectation in it and had a little bit more emotion to it, or that was my opinion. And so now I kind of use a merge of Madison's language and the twins. Some of Madison's language was a little young for me. She's about 10 years younger. So I modified it just a little bit. But no, that's what we've been using. It's been very successful. And then we utilize phone calls now more for our customers. So we like to do a getting started call when they receive their kit, and we kind of walk them through. We coach the ultimate menu, regardless of which kit they get.
Right.
So we walk through that process, and we go through which products they have and which ones they'll eliminate, or if they want to add something later, this is where it would be. And then we call them again on day 3 and we call again on day 9. And each time we do those calls, we ask them to do a magic post. So on the getting started call, it's usually just the coach by themselves walking them through that. And, oh my gosh, it'd be great if you put up an accountability post that you're getting started. Let me show you how to do that. Some say yes, some don't. But that's our kind of gentle way to introduce the opportunity. And then on day 3, we invite another coach to be on the call with us, either our upline or a sister line. And then we have them come in and ask at the end. Now, last question, did you sign up as a member or a referring member? And then they share their opportunity story and invite them to make the post. And if they don't do it on day 3, we do it again on day 9.
Yeah, absolutely. Same here. It sounds like it's very cool. I love that. Awesome. And I am so excited for you. And I can't wait to connect with you at Zing Fling. And I think we're just about done. Is there anything you want to add about, I don't know, anything I didn't ask you that you think is something that...
Just one thing that has kind of been with me for in the past too with radio and that success is, and it's really simple once you understand it, and until you really embrace it, it's kind of a struggle. But if you believe that you are successful, you know that in your heart, you will be. If you doubt yourself, you're not going to be. So whatever personal development you need to do, whoever speaks to you, whether it's Rachel Hollis, or if you want to dig into like some of the older stuff like Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, whatever personal development you can do to help yourself get to know who you are, what your leadership strengths are, where your weaknesses are, do that personal development. It doesn't look like an IPA because the money doesn't show up immediately, but your volume and your income is going to match your level of leadership wherever you're currently at. So it's very important that we all do personal development all the time, and we can all learn something new. So I would just encourage you that dig into that personal development where you can and just really believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself right now, find somebody who does and lock arms with them and let them pour that belief into you, because you're going to have those moments where your cup is empty and you need somebody else to help fill it. And until your cup is full, you can't pour into somebody else. So do that personal development, because that is truly key.
Yes, awesome. I agree, totally. I mean, it saved me more than once. And just having a regular habit of it, you just start your day and then nothing can really topple you, So if you're going to hear no's, you don't know what the day's going to be like. Someone might return, someone might go crickets on you, but personal self-development, starting your day with it is going to give you that little bit of armor that you need. So amen. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you being on here, Mandee. And so yeah, we will look forward to seeing you at Zing Fling, and hopefully everyone that's watching is going to see you there too. So you have a fabulous rest of your weekend.
Thank you. You too. My pleasure, Tammy.
Okay, thanks so much. Thanks everyone for joining us. Let me know if you have questions, and we'll see you all soon.